Now, one of my heroes is Bono from U2, and I do a lot of work helping organisations communicate using a lot of the Bono techniques.
Yeah.
What do you think he does well as an advocate for good causes?
Look, I admire him in a lot of ways. I mean, I'm a U2 fan from way back, and I admire that he has used his brand, his energy, and his heart, and his soul, and his emotions to really embrace causes that he cares about, including he's been involved with the Global Poverty Project. And I also admire the fact that he's an investor. You know, I mean, the anecdote is he made more money out of the Facebook IPO than he made out of all of his records because he's involved in a fund that funded Facebook. One of the things I love about him is that he is boundless, and he makes lots of what could be perceived kind of goofy mistakes. Like, he's gone way too far, often, like way too far, you know, just completely gone off the rails. You know, Man of the Year and all that, he deserved it, but it was like he was just frenetic and manic for a couple of years, trying to embrace his causes. And
He annoys a lot of people, too.
well, but the things that's great is that he is annoying, but then he's not. But like his music, I mean, there's a couple of albums I just hate. But just when you think it's over for those guys, they come out with something else, and you go, my God, right? I love it that he is so passionate, and he tries so hard, and he throws himself at stuff, not kind of stupidly, but he'll just throw himself at stuff, right? Learn on the way, because in his mind, like in my opinion, there's no strategy with that guy. It's all tactics. You know? Just bang. You know, I need to fire over there. There have been lots of things that annoy people, but at the same time, you cannot judge the man negatively for not caring and for being effective. And the thing is I love it that you look back on some of his old talks about his charity work, and he seems so affected. You know, like, wow, I'm really pleased with myself for doing this. And you realize that he's kind of talking himself into a new song. He's so transparent. That's why I love him. He'll make mistakes. He'll completely change the world. He will throw himself in where others won't. He backs up what he says. You know, it's that old thing, says what he does and does what he says. One of my favorite things about him is he's so annoying. Because, my God, he's never going to stop, right? You don't have to like him, but he's going to get the job done.
I think he's toned down a little bit lately. Like, there was a period where, to be honest,
He's in his 50s.
I'm a fan, but he annoyed me. But then it's like he's toned it down to a suitable level. He's still passionate.
I think that comes with age and wisdom and experience. Also, he's obviously gotten some media training around this. And look, when I started, when I was a participant, I was 33 years old, and I was annoying because I was so excited about what I was doing, and I would drive people mad. I mean, I remember going in one of my very first pitches when I was pitching our vision for the company, and I rambled on for 45 minutes, and the studio executives are like nodding their head, and the only reason they didn't kick me out is because I had a billionaire behind me. And I said to my assistant, how do you think that went? And he goes, look, all you had to do was say, we do movies like this for this reason, and what have you got? And I went, yeah. He goes, nobody cares. Nobody cares, okay? You wouldn't be here if they didn't care. Nobody cares about all that. I think Bono had the same thing. Just got so caught up, right? And then he started writing, you know, he started like basically in his nonprofit and activism work, kind of writing pop songs. You know, they were too fluffy and they were too light. They didn't feel like U2. They didn't feel like, you know, Sunday Bloody Sunday and Bullet and Blue Sky and Desire. They felt like something that Britney Spears would write, but he's singing it. So I think there's an analog there. And then he recovered because he got smarter. But he never stopped. And that's the thing, right? He never stopped. And he's learning by his mistakes and by his successes. And obviously he's got some incredible people around him. He's got a great family. There's a lot of things you can admire about that man. And the thing is that I believe that you don't really get to be annoyed with somebody unless you really admire him. Like, I won't spend any time criticizing somebody I think is a jerk, right? What's the point? I'll spend time criticizing and being analytical about people I respect, admire, and really, really learn from. Because I have the right to.